Evening, everybody. I'm going to bring you another episode of Duncan's Negligent Discharges. So tonight, this one is not so much a rant or me voicing my disgust. This one is more of a call to attention. Borderline call to action. I talk with my kids on a pretty regular basis about what goes on in the school, how their social lives are, what's going on. And I hear on a pretty regular basis, almost every single day, a specific student's name that keeps getting brought up. And it's quite disgusting because this individual, he constantly is running around bullying kids, saying disgusting things like, well, maybe you should have died instead of your dad. Maybe you should go kill yourself instead of your dad dying or your mom dying. Or you're just fat and ugly and gay and you're so disgusting. And then threatens to beat people up, but then hides behind today's ideations of what is acceptable and what you should believe in. And because the individual hides behind LGBTQ plus IA, whatever goes with it, they feel like they're untouchable. They can't really be punished. Well, that's actually BS. Because that said individual could be charged with threats, terroristic threats. But yet, our school pretty much does nothing about it. And I'm really, really kind of disappointed in the school system about it. Because they try to say, well, we don't know about it. Yes, you do. It's been an ongoing issue for years. And everybody knows that this kid is a problem, is a distraction. Is just not an all-around good person when it comes to a social setting and being around other people's kids. I'm not going to sit there and say they're not a good person as a whole, because everybody has the potential to be a good person as a whole. Some just need more guidance. So I'm asking for all the parents out there that talk to their kids on a daily basis about what's going on in the school systems, how their day is, what children are saying what, who's actually being the bully, who's a problem child, to finally come forward and say something. Press the school system to do something about it. And for those in our school system that hear this, see this, whatever, it's time you put your foot down. We all know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm not going to be the one to drop initials, names, but you know exactly who I'm talking about. It's really disgusting that I hear about it on a daily basis. My daughter come up to me, she didn't come up to me. I called her, messaged her, and I was like, hey, how was school? It was all right. Was there any issues? Almost, but I put a stop to it because I yelled at him because he started to proceed to say one of our classmates was fat and gay and ugly, and then proceeded to say other things about other friends of mine, and so I yelled at him. and basically made him shut up. Now, I'm not the type that wholeheartedly promotes violence, but I'm also not the type that's going to say, no, don't do that, because I firmly believe that fuck around and find out is a thing. And more people need to adhere to that saying and believe it and live by it. Because there's way too much of that crap going on in the school systems. And it's not just Pender's school system. It's others, but this is one that directly affects all of our kids on a daily basis. Threatens to beat someone up, but then when someone actually stands up to him, go ahead, swing on me, I'll just sue you. That's the problem. You turn around and our kids are like, well, you ain't worth my time, but then he just keeps, And that's where it makes it hard as a human being to walk away. And his day will come that somebody's going to turn around and pop off and knock him in the mouth. And then he'll run to the cops. And I would hate for one of our children to have that issue. As much as said individual probably deserves it, our children and ourselves don't need that headache from that drain on society. And I'm saying he's a drain because really right now he is. He's not productive in our school systems. He does nothing but cause problems for our students. Constantly harasses and bullies them. How's that productive? You're just a drain and a stain in the school system right now. Could things change for you as you get older? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I only speak because I know. I was there. But right now is the time the school system needs to put the foot down and be like, no, not happening no more. And I'm not saying that kids need to stand up and start pushing back. But if it happens, it happens. If you can dish it out, you should be able to receive it. So that old saying, what's good for the goose should be good for the gander. But I highly encourage all you parents out there to start, if you haven't already, start voicing your frustration, your anger, your disgust for this to keep going on. Because you know as well as I do, if this was 20 years ago, someone like him would have gotten his every single day. Every single day until he learned to shut up. But today's society is, you can't do that. That's wrong. Oh, we're too sue happy. We're just trying to screw the next guy over as fast as we can. So, I'm almost begging you to step up and do the right thing. Voice your disgust. I get it. A lot of you may not care for me. That's fine. I'm good with that. But care about your children. Care about somebody else's child. So they don't have to go through that constant harassment and that bullying and the bullshit that just spews out of his mouth. Put your foot down. Kick the doors into the school and be like, look, I'm sick of this. Fix it. You get enough people pissed off, enough people to say something, things will get fixed. And I flat out had the discussion with our higher echelon of the school saying, I firmly believe that you guys are just too scared to do something about it because you're worried about what could come from the LGBTQ plus IA, whatever goes on in that whatever. Because we know he'll stand behind that and be like, oh, you're just prejudiced towards me because of this. No, we're just sick of your shit. I don't care if you want to be whatever you want to be. You could be a unicorn that farts sprinkles for all I give a shit. Just be a good person. And right now, you're not a good person. So, it's time for everyone to stand up and do the right thing. Put an end to this. One of two things is going to happen. Either he's going to be removed from the school, or he's going to learn and be like, oh, damn. Maybe I should pull my head out of my ass. Just saying. I mean, it took me a while to do that, and I know some of you still think I do, but that's because I keep my guard up to keep you away, because I think a lot of you are fake. I get it. Don't take offense to that at this moment, because we're doing this for our kids. This is for the kids. You want to get offended after the fact? That's fine. Be offended after the fact. But right now, it's about our kids. What's better for them so they have a better ability to learn in the school systems? Less chance of possibly thinking about the real horrific side of things. I'm sick of this bullying bullshit. We preach and preach and preach. Report it, report it, report it. There's only so much reporting that can be done if a school's not going to do anything about it. So now you force the hand of the school to do something about it. Make it known. And if a bunch of people make it known, they can't use the excuse no more, we don't know. I don't believe they should use it anyways, because they do know. Because their children also go to the same school system. They hear about it all the time. But make it known. Put your foot down. Enough is enough. Fight back. I'm mean for targeting a child, but damn. I really do not want to hear about it. Somebody else's child going to the alternative that no child should ever have to go to. So wake up, do the right thing, and put your foot down. Stop tolerating this shit. I appreciate the time, guys. Please, do the right thing. Start voicing your disgust for it. Love y'all. Stay salty.